To stop a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, from tripping in a remote power cabinet, firstly, disconnect the GFCI and connect the neutral to the grounding busbar in the remote box. This action establishes a local ground reference, essential for the GFCI to function correctly. Without a proper ground reference, the GFCI cannot effectively detect ground faults, leading to nuisance tripping. Secondly, it is crucial to avoid grounding the neutral at both the remote box and the source box. Grounding the neutral in two locations creates a ground loop. A ground loop provides multiple paths for current to return to the source. This can cause current to flow through the ground conductor even when there is no fault. The GFCI interprets this current imbalance as a ground fault, causing it to trip. Thirdly, ensure that all other electrical connections are sound. Loose or damaged connections can also contribute to ground faults. Inspect all wiring, terminals, and connections for any signs of damage or looseness. Tighten any loose connections and replace any damaged wiring or components. Poor connections can create high resistance points, leading to voltage drops and potential ground faults. After connecting the neutral to the grounding busbar and verifying the integrity of all connections, test the GFCI. If the breaker continues to trip, the GFCI itself might be faulty. In such cases, replace the GFCI with a new one. GFCIs have a limited lifespan and can become unreliable over time. Additional notes to consider are: firstly, GFCIs need a ground reference to operate as intended. The ground reference provides a stable potential against which the GFCI can measure current leakage. Secondly, ground loops can arise when multiple ground paths exist within an electrical system. These loops can lead to unwanted current flow in the ground conductor. If the remote box is adequately grounded, the GFCI should only trip when there is an actual ground fault. If the GFCI trips without any apparent fault, investigate potential ground loop issues. Always consult with a qualified electrician if you are uncertain about any aspect of electrical wiring or troubleshooting. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is essential to prioritize safety. To further elaborate, a GFCI works by monitoring the current flowing through the hot and neutral conductors. In a properly functioning circuit, the current returning through the neutral conductor should be equal to the current flowing through the hot conductor. If there is a difference of 5 mA or 5 amps or more, the GFCI detects this imbalance as a ground fault and quickly trips the circuit, cutting off power to prevent electrical shock. Ground faults occur when current leaks from a hot conductor to ground, often through a person or a faulty appliance. The ground conductor provides a safe path for fault current to return to the source, but a GFCI detects even small amounts of leakage current that might not be enough to trip a standard circuit breaker. The sensitivity of a GFCI is what makes it so effective at preventing electrical shock. In the context of a remote power cabinet, the absence of a proper ground reference can interfere with the GFCI's ability to accurately detect ground faults. If the neutral is not connected to the grounding busbar in the remote box, the GFCI may not have a stable reference point for measuring current leakage. This can lead to the GFCI tripping even when there is no actual ground fault. Creating a ground loop by grounding the neutral at both the source and the remote box introduces another set of problems. A ground loop provides multiple paths for current to flow back to the source, including through the ground conductor. This can result in unwanted current flowing through the ground conductor, which the GFCI interprets as a ground fault. To avoid ground loops, it is essential to ground the neutral at only one point in the electrical system, typically at the service entrance. In the remote power cabinet scenario, grounding the neutral only at the source box and ensuring a proper grounding connection at the remote box will help prevent ground loops. When troubleshooting GFCI tripping issues, it is also important to consider the possibility of faulty wiring or appliances. Inspect all wiring for any signs of damage, such as frayed insulation or loose connections. Test appliances connected to the circuit to ensure they are not leaking current to ground. Use a multimeter to measure the resistance between the appliance's chassis and the ground conductor. A low resistance reading indicates a potential ground fault. In addition to these steps, consider the following for a comprehensive approach. Firstly, verify the voltage at the remote power cabinet. Ensure that the voltage is within the acceptable range for the connected equipment. Low voltage can cause equipment to draw more current, potentially overloading the circuit and tripping the GFCI. Secondly, check the ampacity of the circuit breaker and the wiring. Ensure that the circuit breaker is properly sized for the load connected to the circuit and that the wiring is adequate to handle the current. Overloaded circuits can cause the breaker to trip, and undersized wiring can overheat and create a fire hazard. Thirdly, inspect the grounding system for proper bonding. Ensure that all metal enclosures, conduits, and equipment are properly bonded to the grounding system. Proper bonding provides a low impedance path for fault current to return to the source, helping to prevent electrical shock and equipment damage. Fourthly, consider the environmental conditions. Moisture, humidity, and corrosive substances can all contribute to ground faults. Ensure that the remote power cabinet is located in a dry, well-ventilated area and that it is protected from corrosive substances. Fifthly, use a GFCI tester to verify the GFCI's functionality. A GFCI tester simulates a ground fault and verifies that the GFCI trips within the specified time. This test can help determine if the GFCI is functioning properly or if it needs to be replaced. Sixthly, document all troubleshooting steps and findings. Keep a record of all tests performed, measurements taken, and repairs made. This documentation can be helpful for future troubleshooting and maintenance. Seventhly, if you are unsure about any aspect of electrical wiring or troubleshooting, consult with a qualified electrician. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is essential to prioritize safety. An electrician can help you identify and resolve any electrical issues and ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. Remember that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on your location. Consult with your local authorities to ensure that your electrical installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. When dealing with electrical systems, always prioritize safety. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves. De-energize the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use insulated tools and equipment. Never work on electrical systems in wet or damp conditions. Be aware of the potential hazards of electricity and take precautions to avoid electrical shock. By following these guidelines, you can effectively troubleshoot GFCI tripping issues in remote power cabinets and ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Now, let's delve deeper into some specific scenarios and potential solutions. Imagine a situation where the remote power cabinet is located outdoors. In this case, it is crucial to ensure that the cabinet is properly weatherproof to prevent moisture from entering and causing ground faults. Use weatherproof enclosures, fittings, and connectors to protect the electrical components from the elements. Consider installing a drip loop in the wiring to prevent water from running along the wires and entering the cabinet. Also, inspect the cabinet regularly for any signs of damage or deterioration, such as cracks, rust, or corrosion. Repair or replace any damaged components promptly. Another common scenario involves multiple loads connected to the remote power cabinet. In this case, it is important to distribute the load evenly across the circuits to prevent overloading any one circuit. Use a clamp meter to measure the current flowing through each circuit and ensure that it is within the rated capacity of the circuit breaker and the wiring. If any circuit is overloaded, redistribute the load or add additional circuits as needed. Additionally, consider using surge protectors to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes and surges. Surge protectors can help prevent damage to equipment and reduce the risk of ground faults. When working with older electrical systems, it is important to be aware of potential wiring issues. Older wiring may have deteriorated insulation, loose connections, or other problems that can contribute to ground faults. Inspect the wiring carefully for any signs of damage or deterioration. Replace any damaged or outdated wiring with new, code-compliant wire. Consider upgrading the entire electrical system if it is old or unreliable. Upgrading the electrical system can improve safety, reliability, and energy efficiency. In some cases, GFCI tripping issues may be caused by electromagnetic interference or EMI. EMI can interfere with the operation of electronic equipment and cause it to malfunction. Consider using shielded wiring and filters to reduce EMI. Ensure that all equipment is properly grounded to provide a path for EMI to dissipate. Additionally, consider the location of the remote power cabinet in relation to other electrical equipment. Avoid placing the cabinet near sources of EMI such as motors, generators, and transformers. If GFCI tripping issues persist despite all troubleshooting efforts, it may be necessary to consult with an electrical engineer. An electrical engineer can perform a comprehensive analysis of the electrical system and identify any underlying problems. They can also recommend solutions to resolve the issues and ensure the safety and reliability of the electrical system. Remember that electrical systems are complex and can be dangerous. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical wiring or troubleshooting, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. They can help you identify and resolve any electrical issues and ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. By following these guidelines and tips, you can effectively troubleshoot GFCI tripping issues in remote power cabinets and maintain a safe and reliable electrical system.